are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the New England Patriots. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Here's Damiere Byrd to return from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Throwing on first down. Ryder. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. To throw on second down. Ryder under pressure, and they got to him again. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And taken at the 46. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Down to about the 22 here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. And a give this time to the tailback. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Throwing Jones. He gets it complete to Harris. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And they're going to face a third down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a...
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
It's Eric Harris who picks it.
And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. 49 the money, 49 the money. Watch the slant, watch the slant.
On 1st and 10, Ryder. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 30.
What a play.
Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, 76 yards. And the Falcons on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
From the 41, Jones going to throw right side here, complete. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. 45 the money. Come on, dude.
Now Jones. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option.
6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down.
Well, that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
On second down and 4, Jones. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. On first down, Ryder. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throwing on first down, Ryder. Pass complete to Bird out right here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
49 the mic. 49 the mic. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. 49 the mic.
Looking to throw. Ryder. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. A gain of 6 there on first. Looking to throw on second down. Ryder, he's going to go up top for the end zone. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
Harris going to get it again on second down.
Oh, fighting through, and he's got space. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it up to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
And the AFC's Pro Bowl punter last year, Jake Bailey, on to punt for New England. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta.
And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are the things you have to look out for in games like this.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Off the play fake. Ryder. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Let's go. Right there. 54 Mike. Hey, come on out here. Come get it.
Back to throw. Ryder. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Jones on 1st and 10. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now they try the right side here. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Looking to throw. Jones. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Back to throw. Jones. There's Henry. Touchdown, Patriots. Hunter Henry. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point safely through. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Demir Bird returning it. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
On 1st and 10, Ryder. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
49, guys. Come on. Here we go.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the 3rd quarter is underway.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And they trail here to begin the 2nd half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
That catch good for only a couple.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there for New England.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
Jones now, throwing on 1st down. This is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Jonnu Smith, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
Bird to return from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, Ryder, throw caught here by Bird. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
To throw on 3rd down. Ryder, quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll look to throw again. And Nelson's got it here right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
49, guys. Mike, 49. I got
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got the hook up here to Nelson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Ryder. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Takes it at the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. 20. 10.
Let's get that swagger, y'all.
And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded right around the 8. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Now a give. Running left is Harris. Room here to run. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. A give to Harris. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 65 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
They'll run here with Raymond Calais. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 41, Jones. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Now a throw here to his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From the 17, Jones. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throw right side, complete to Williams. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. He's going to use his legs here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Their mobile, agile quarterback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Pats go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. What a difference a week makes. 5 interceptions in their last game. Here we are, 4th quarter. He's played mistake-free football.
And I'm sure that we can look back on the past week and say, okay, he spent time in the film room and they worked on his mechanics. Sometimes it's just your team believing in you, your coaching staff believing in you, and you relax.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 46.
And the Patriots are right back in this football game.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's Jones. On 1st down, this is Smith with a grab. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones.
That swung out wide to Harris.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And that's a much-needed 1st down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
On 1st down, it's Harris. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Now Jones on 3rd down. That is caught at the 7. Touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Patriots have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
So now a big spot for the Pats as they'll go for 2.
Out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get up. Check. 44 to mine. 18 ready. Check, Bobcat. You don't want it. 36.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup. And he's going to be sacked. They came after him. He couldn't get away. And this remains a 2-point game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Bird now ready to return it.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Second and 8.
Check. Watch 54. Here we go. Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey. It's going to be a long day on this.
Looking to throw. Ryder. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout. That will be their third and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
He's coming. We got double up. Flare. Check. Switch. Check 99.
Once more, they turn to Patterson. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. So here we go, Charles, third down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Under 10. 10.
They'll try and run for it. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. Now Jones. It's brought in by Harris. Not much there, only a yard.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Jones. He's got Smith here. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And a short gain here, down to the 22. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. This to almost certainly win the football game.
And this one is no good. He missed it.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept in a lot of games. And now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch.